Alright, it's good. Go.
All right, guys. Welcome to another podcast with TK Talks. Today, I'm here with Ray, Odell, Glare, Glare, Aster, Voltage, Vexus, Spike. All right, guys. So I'm not sure if you guys have heard anything, but Shindo Life recently released. People are having mixed opinions about it. Aster, what do you think about Shindo Life currently as it is right now?
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not looking good for Shindo Life as of right now. I did play the game for I say like 30 minutes to an hour, and it seems like the game has gone through a lot of revamps, and the most important one or the most talked about one is currently the tail beast and the new skins and the new details on the tail beast. It's not looking good right now. I don't know if anybody else has anything they want to say about that or add anything to that.
Well, personally, I feel like, I know they were trying to avoid copyright, but at this point, I just feel like Shinobi Life 2 just can't last. We came here to play Naruto, right? We didn't come here to play, knockoff Naruto copy or something like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And keeping up with that, bro. I guess the copyright will stop you, bro, but recoloring gins to make them red and black isn't making it.
I feel like all y'all crazy.
Why is that, bro?
It's low-key good, bro. It's low-key good. Don't disrespect.
Hold on, why you think it's good? Like, can you back up any reason to why you think it's good or anything like that?
Well, besides all the, all the different names and stuff, I think it's good because, like, the animations are still good. The fighting, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't just judge it on because the game is like, you know why they had to do that, bro. Don't act like that.
Yeah, let's talk about why the game was taken down in the first place. So basically, I'm pretty sure everyone's well aware of what happened at this point. But if you're not, let me fill you in. So basically, the group called Viz Media, which owns the rights to Naruto, they basically, I believe the Xbox version of Shinobi Life 2 was discovered by them, and so they decided to take down Shinobi Life 2. And Roblox, they didn't give any explanation to care, bro. They didn't say anything. They just outrightly just took away the game. They removed the group and they removed the game from the entire platform. And it seems like the real issue was the copyrighted content, like the copyrighted music, the tail beast, everything that pertains to Naruto. It was flagged by Viz Media, and they decided to take the whole game down. I don't know if anybody wants to add to that or say anything about that.
Bro, I just want to say one thing though. Let me just say one thing. Do you guys think that Shindo Life could like live up to like the top Naruto games that have been out?
No.
And let
You
me
don't
say
think
something
so?
on that. I believe that, bro. We came into play Naruto, as I've already said that. And if you're not giving us that Naruto aspect, that Naruto feel, that Naruto carry, I just don't have that same feeling. I can also compare this in Naruto Omega. I won't explain a lot, but when they reopened Naruto Omega, I didn't have the same feel in concept, and it wasn't the same game. You know what I'm saying? So I can compare this to Shinobi Life 2 as well. I know they tried, but I just can't play this game as a Naruto fan.
I can't lie. Yeah.
To their work ethic.
I can't
so
add on to that though. I feel like with like what Spike just said, like I get that they're trying to revive the game and bring it back after it got taken down, but let's be honest, we all came here to play Naruto, did we not? Not some like I'm not trying to violate, but some like rip-off version. We came to play Naruto, and like, we didn't come here to play anything else. I feel like maybe just ending off the game would have been fine enough, but I get that they carried it on for the fans, you know what I mean, for the community. But them bringing it back, revamped, is kind of just put it down in a way.
D1, the thing about that, right? Like when I was talking about like what happened to the game before, right? They took away the game. They took away access to the game, the group, and even the test server. So in doing that, they also took away all the money that they earned in the game as well. That's what they said. They released that information to us through their YouTube. They released a video saying that after they took access away from the game, they also took the money they earned on the game as well. And so they're actually Roblox didn't email them for a while, and so it looks like in the process of getting the game back, they had to make a lot of noise, and eventually some Roblox admins were alerted to the issue, and they decided to help them in rebranding and revamping the entire game and the entire system. So it looks like the high point of the return of Shindo Life, that's what it's called now. It looks like the only point was that your data remains. That's the only thing that remains.
Yeah, the data is still the same. The data is still the same, but it's like there's a lot of changes, I would say.
Yeah.
Especially that now Genkais are now called Bloodlines, and all the changes to like the Jins, like all the reskins. I find that really like it doesn't feel the same. Like it doesn't have the same feeling as we experienced when we were playing Shinobi Life, the Naruto game. Now it's just like it's not enjoyable anymore. It's not enjoyable because it's something else.
I wouldn't say it's not
enjoyable,
but yeah, it is kind of different. And I wish they would have made like a whole like separate. I wish they would have never made it like a Naruto thing. And they could have actually like did something with that, like different.
But then they wouldn't get as much traffic to the game if they did that. The whole appeal of the game was because it was named Naruto. That brought all the anime fans to the platform. I'm pretty sure like people that don't even play Roblox were probably attracted to the game because of the name.
I want to dig in a bit deeper. This also shows that Roblox isn't really, it doesn't really care. In fact, instead of reaching out to the developers of Shinobi Life they ignore them until they made noise. That clearly shows something, and I feel like going around with the anime community, this can cause a lot of problems. If anything or anyone reaches up with a game to that high standard point, you could have trouble and have another community closing line where they copyright again. I'm not sure if that will happen, but this is a poor line from Roblox, and I hope it does eventually get better.
But like literally, the thing of like role games, I do respect their grind. Like they've provided good games for us for the past like few years. You know what I mean? Like I used to remember the days I used to hop back on like Roblox just to play like Shinobi Life, like the original one. Those are the days. Those are the days. I can't lie. If I be honest, those are the days. Because that was the only time I used to hop on Roblox just to play Shinobi Life. I feel like with Shinobi Life 2, people who didn't even play Roblox hopped on just to play that game. Like that's how good it was. Yeah. It represented the anime community and how strong we are and how we can come together and like make a very good game. Like we need more people like real games, I feel like, that make good anime games from the community. But this revamp, I don't know, man. It's not the same anymore. Like especially the big changes to the game as well. Like revamping the names and stuff. It's not the same.
So it looks like they removed the copyright clause, which I'm sure a lot of fans are going to be really angry about. I think they removed a total of 100 items of clothes, and they changed the Genkai to Bloodline now, like you mentioned, the Voltage. So, and then they also removed all the copyright sounds, the images, the ninja tools were even removed. Some of them were removed, and some of them were changed. And then it looks like and the most significant one, the tail beast and like the tail beast cloaks, those were changed as well. So I don't know, it's not looking good for them right now.
Yeah, especially the weapons really caught me off guard. They're like, they said they were gonna do some little changes to the weapons, but like they were really big changes, and some of the weapons don't even look nice anymore. And like it was really disappointing to see how disappointing the weapons looked at the end, like result of all of it. I know that they had to do that because they had no other choice, but like I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Because I really don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
I actually agree on that. Like the weapons, I don't know why they had to change the weapons so much. It don't even look like it used to. But there is one weapon that is the V2.
I get the map because they did change the map. Yeah, they changed the map, but they like replaced some names like the Land of Fire. They made it the Land of Ember instead. Those little slight changes are alright because I guess it's not that big of a change. But when you're changing like the gins, like how like each gin has like a complete reskin, which makes no sense. Like they look completely like it just looks ugly. Like the reskins look ugly. If I be honest, the reskins look ugly. I can't lie. But not just the reskins, but the weapons as well. Like the weapons, you can't violate the weapons like that. Like it just can't be like that, bro. I'm sorry.
And I think the tail beasts were like their their true money makers, I believe. Like that was like the true hook that drew fans in the most, I believe. It was a tail beast and the cloaks that they had for that.
Yeah, it's one of the most hype.
There's been a lot of time in development on those.
Wait, boys. We got like what's this SL2 raid going on? What's going on? Look what's going on in this chat. What's this SL2 raid?
Oh my god,
again,
yo.
Man.
SL2.
It's not SL2, man. It's not SL2. It's just like our game plans.
Anyways, one thing I want to know is that how would the CC work? Because obviously the CC was supposed to be there so then people can like almost live out the Naruto anime. But now that this is now like Naruto inspired and not truly a Naruto game, I wonder how the CC would actually work. Like it would just be weird.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. That's a really good point, you know. Because if everything got revamped, does that mean even the CC is even different as well? Like how would the Jin system work? How would like the Kage system work? Like I want to actually know, but we can't really say anything really because we're not even in the CC. That's the thing. But that is a really, really good point, you know, to put across. Literally.
Bro, I just have a question for you guys. Do you guys feel like the game would last? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I just feel like with the concepts, bro, like you can't really like recolor a gin black and red and expect something to come out of it, bro.
Honestly, if I be for real, I thought the game could last because the community is really strong. Like even when the game got shut down, the Shinobi Life community was so strong that they kept on supporting the developers, and then until they open up the game and back up again. Even when they thought the game was over, like it was done, they still put in the work. They still showed their support, and it came back, but just not the same.
Right. And on another note, do you guys feel like they put enough effort into it? Now, hear me out on this, bro. I feel like people were saying, oh, they didn't sleep for a few hours, etc., etc. I don't believe so. I feel like they didn't put enough time into it. I could have waited a month.
I personally think that the game would have lasted if they had like restarted all the levers and stuff to make people grind back up. I don't know. That's just me though. They maybe grind.
Like here's the thing though,
because a lot of people spend money on this game, and I don't know if they would leave it.
It's like this game.
So.
Yeah, Keo, did you want to say something? Did you add something?
Yeah, I was gonna say right now, this game is not the game that we played 2 weeks ago or some shit. So don't get me wrong, I like we were hustling to get the game reopened, but this feels way too rushed, man. All they really did, a few recolors, few like renames, they changed some weapons, like they changed the models, but like that's really it, man. This feels more like a Garuto type shit. Like, this isn't Naruto. This isn't a game that I expected out of Care Bros. Like if they took more time, I'm pretty sure everyone in the community would agree. This game should not be the final product of what Shindo Life is. The fact I don't think they rushed it in a sense, but like by them saying, "Oh, we're gonna get the game out in a week," they kind of put limits on themselves. Like I'd be more satisfied if they took a break from the game.
Yeah.
They gave it time to actually think about concepts. Make it a new appeal. Like as Odell said before, it would be better if they just started a new project with the new like ideas that they got. Because honestly, man, I don't see them getting back Shinobi Life 2. Shindo Life, it's cool and all, but like it will never live up to Shinobi Life 2.
You know what I think it is that I feel like because Rail Games, I don't know who, like maybe I don't know their names, but like the main guy that usually talks for Rail Games, the spokesperson for Rail Games, he said he was only getting like 3 hours of sleep. Like he was working hard every day trying to get the game back online. And what it is, I think it could be kind of fear of that if he waits too long to re-release the game, maybe the hype for the game will die down. Maybe they'll lose fans, and people won't want to play the game if they waited too long. I don't know if that could be a possibility.
Wait, I want to ask a question.
Go
In
ahead.
your opinions, like, what actually makes like a cold Roblox game? Like, what makes a memorable Roblox game? What do you man think?
Probably quality and uniqueness.
I feel like
But don't you think that you can only get so far with just strictly making Naruto games?
yeah. You know what I'm saying? You definitely, because the Roblox community is massive, right? The anime community is only so big. So you make a Naruto game, you expect you're not gonna go up too much from that. It's because Shinobi Life 2 has been in the works for 2 years now, something like that going on. And then the Roblox community is so big, right? And you've got games like Adopt Me, Soul Break, etc. Those games are reaching out into like the kid target demographic, right?
Yeah.
When it reaches out to the kid target demographic, 90% of the Roblox player base is kids. So not only are you making more money, it's publicized more. That's all I can say.
Honestly, for me, man, there are like 3 things that makes a good Roblox game, and they all have to work consecutively. All right. The first one, the concept, what the game is based off of. If that isn't appealing, no one's gonna play your game. The second thing, the community. No one's gonna want to play your game if the community is dog shit, man, or if it isn't active. No one wants to play a game that averages 20 players, but the community isn't stronger. People don't know each other. And the last thing that makes a good Roblox game, a takeaway. What you take away from that game. So, for example, y'all remember Dragon Ball Z Final Stand, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. You remember that game because well, not really the community part, but like the game itself, Dragon Ball, an interesting concept. You hear that shit, you see they make a game, you want to play it, you want to see if it's good, alright? And the takeaway, Dragon Ball Z Final Stand was like 2 years ago, right? You still remember that game because of what you took away from it. The experience inside of that game was amazing for you to remember it all the way till now. So if a game does not have an appealing concept, an experience, or people you play with that you know and can trust, it's not a game. That's just some shitty pastime that you have.
Does anyone want to add anything onto that?
I agree with that, but I feel like what Shinobi Life did, they really had like a lot of YouTubers to promote their game, and that's what really got it blowed up. That's what I think, at least. Because like I don't think it would have been that big if like they didn't have YouTubers on there.
I mean, that's an unspoken partnership. Like that's what goes on, and that's usually what goes on with a lot of games on Roblox. It seems a lot of these anime games that are blowing up is usually some YouTube involvement. They have to like spread the message or spread the word about the game. You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, all I can really say is that, we were talking about, we said uniqueness, quality, there are 3 factors that really that people want an experience, people want, take away something from the game. I don't know why they thought that, let me not say that actually. What I want to say is that I feel like the game would probably last maybe a month, 2 months. I don't know how long it can last before people get tired of this. Like people want the original Naruto. This is not the original Naruto. Viz needed force them to strip away all the things that were great about the game. So it seems like they need to probably be working on another project. Like pretty soon they need to start working on something else because this is not gonna last.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, go on, sorry.
I can't lie, I kind of disagree in some sense because, like, the demand for the game to come out was really big. Like, even today, at the first day, like 200k people playing. Like you said that it might not last, but the thing is though, the people who are backing it are mostly little kids, and these are the type of games that they like, simple simulator type of games, regardless if it's like Naruto or not. I still think it can last.
Okay.
Well,
fair enough.
personally, I'm against that. I feel like it won't. The reason why it won't last is because, again, kids target demographic, bro. Most of the kids, they probably don't watch the full version of Naruto, right? I'm talking about, let's say, 10 to 14, right? So, about 14 plus, those are the people playing this game, you know what I'm saying? And from that target demographic, I feel like from lower, it'd be people playing adultery, etc. Right? People like this, they just don't play Naruto games. I feel like at most this could go maybe 3 to 4 more months. Because we came in to play Naruto, right? That's it.
I can't lie. I would rather prefer like a new, fresh idea for like a game, like a proper new game, their own idea and everything, instead of just a complete revamp. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool that they're gonna bring back the game and all, yeah, but like, there's so many games. There's actually a few games I could say that have been successful from having their own idea. For example, Rogue Lineage. That game done so well, not because it was an anime, based off an anime, but because it was its own idea and it worked really well. If they can make another game with their own idea, then that would probably do better, I'd say, than Shinobi Life 2.
You know what? I have something to say about that, yeah. Like, I wanna kind of get to the root of, like, as to, like, okay, I feel like not even just like if we expand past the Roblox franchise, I feel like in general, like to make like okay, so you know how you're saying the little kids are like kind of driving for this game, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's kind of what's also going on with the Sonic franchise, for example, yeah. Like the games were great back in the day, but that's back in the day, you know. Like I don't like people change, you know what I'm saying? And I don't. When was Shindo, like the original Shinobi Life 2 released?
Like 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Alright, so that's not gonna really apply to this situation, but like I feel like when kids push for a demographic, like kids, there's money in kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like on the last podcast I said this as well. A lot of devs are kind of like money motivated now instead of actually making a game where like they're passionate about. I'm not saying devs aren't passionate about this one, but I'm saying the kids, right? They're kind of like they normally like love to ruin. No, I wouldn't say ruin, but they would love to like you know, tailor a game just made for them, and it will kind of not appeal to like a older demographic, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
that's the thing. That's shit that people take advantage of in this type of industry. Like
that's what I'm saying.
There are games, like they're genuinely good games, alright? Like, for example, Adopt Me is a good example of both situations, alright? On the first half, Adopt Me itself, very appealing for kids, right? But when you actually go into the game and you see the type of shit that they have, you have adults scamming kids because they know no matter what they do, they're still gonna get a payoff off of this. And the kids that get scammed, they're gonna come back tomorrow, forget anything that happened. Adopt Me makes so much cash off of this fucking shit. It's actually annoying. But the fact that certain games like these can be motivated towards kids, and you'll know there'll be dicks in the community that take advantage of that, it's just like, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I really, really, really hope Roblox doesn't end up just going downhill. Like, if I be for real right now, I don't think Roblox is doing that well.
I don't think Roblox is a good place either, I can't lie.
Like, I feel like Roblox might just be a big scam nowadays. Like, back to our old, talking about our old stream, if I go back to the old topic, we were talking about paid access games, and how is it, almost every single good Roblox game that's been coming out that's paid access has been literally a big scam where we've bought like the game. Yeah, exactly, we bought the game, we've played it, and it ends up being trash, and you just feel like we just got our money taken away from us, like scammed from us, and we can't get that back. Like, I feel like Roblox is just nowadays just a scam. It's either it's a scam or it's a CC game that you just can't get into.
Well, what it is that the Roblox higher executives, the higher ups there, they just want money. I mean, money is what drives every single business, and if they're not making a profit, then they don't care. You know, whatever gives money.
You know, this is what I think, yeah. Originally, I feel like when companies start out, yeah, when like they fully like start out, they're not, companies don't make profit until like really late on in their careers, you know what I'm saying? Usually. So like Tesla didn't make its profit after like a lot of years. It didn't make its, I think it just made it this year, it made its first profit. So like, I feel like when a company starts out, it's more passion driven, right? Because they're like passionate about the project, but later on when they start getting the money, it like becomes to a point where they're just there for the money.
Corrupt. It's corrupt.
I think the original allure of Roblox was the fact that it was so versatile, and like there's so many different games. Like developers are really, it was kind of more of like passion projects for the developers in the beginning. But now, like with more ways to monetize and more ways to make money, now the market's become saturated with games that are kind of like these like simple cash grab games.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Before we continue, I want to give a quick shout out to Naruto, for making us this amazing like studio. Shout out to Naruto.
Shout out, man.
He's a really good friend of mine. This guy really backed it. The guy really backed it, man. The guy really backed it with the studio. As you can see from the stream, the studio is looking top. It's looking excellent.
It's top notch. There were different
Exactly.
camera angles. You know what I'm saying? Different camera angles for the boys.
This guy, he patterned everything for us. I want you guys to show some love to Naruto. Also, if you guys are new, make sure you guys chill. You know what I mean? Get your snacks, get comfortable, because you might be here for a while. You know what I mean? So just make sure you guys are all chill.
And also,
you feel me?
Also, make sure to drop like new topics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just drop topics in the description. In the comment section. Just drop topics on things you think we should talk about and discuss. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, while y'all dropping the topics, make sure to drop a like as well.
Jeez.
Yes, sir.
Alright, then where were we?
Hey, about I was gonna talk about Shindo again, because like Shindo itself, if you ask me, the game is still the same. Like on the inside, it's still the same experience, same everything. It's just the fact that it doesn't feel right no more. Because it's like saying, ooh, I go to this grocery store every day for 3 years. I get the same order, meal, I get the same water, Aquafina. I get the same like cookie brand, Chips Ahoy, alright? And then the next
Chips Ahoy?
I go, bro, I'm giving an example. Okay, Oreos, okay? Oreos. If Oreos
Alright.
go well with you, I got you.
Alright.
Alright. I go there next year, alright? You replace my Oreos and my Aquafina type of water.
Tuesday they don't know about Maryland though.
Oh, bro, I don't know the type of cookies, alright? So I order the same type of cookies and same type of water for the same thing, 3 years, okay? The next year, I come, they have a different brand of water and a different brand of cookies. Essentially, they're the same thing. I order cookies and water, but the fact that it's a different type of brand / taste, it don't feel right. It doesn't give me that same satisfaction
Yeah, I hear that.
as when I did it for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Alright,
I mean,
sorry, wait, guys, sorry to interrupt, but Kaiser made a suggestion. He said talk about Omega and Deep Work, and what do you guys think about that?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a bust.
Alright, so okay, I could talk about this. So for deep workers, right?
Man's
Listen,
got a lot in his heart, bro. He wants to let it out.
really and truly, right? Rogue Lineage was his first game, right?
Yeah.
And he was just testing the waters, right? He didn't actually think Rogue Lineage was gonna blow up this like this, right? He started Rogue Lineage branch of Bleach Primera, where you had to enter applications to actually get into the game, right? And from that on, Rogue Lineage blew up, right? So then, what Rogue Lineage started doing, right? He lost interest into Rogue Lineage, and he just started developing a whole new game called Deep Worker, and he ended up announcing it. Now the thing with Deep Worker, right, is it's just not going to be Rogue Lineage. Regiza did stream it to me this one time. It was early access. He did stream it to me this one time. It's just not gonna be the same game. I feel like.
But isn't that the point though? He doesn't want it to be the same game.
Yeah, I feel
right.
like
Change the whole concept.
you're gonna have to understand that.
He's taking some of the problem. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
The Rogue Lineage community is trying to track that. That's what you have to understand, and that's what they're trying to get out of this. So. I feel like maybe with that Rogue Lineage community, the game possibly could fail. I do not feel like the game could branch off the Rogue Lineage community. It might have to have a whole nother concept. That's what I feel like.
I don't know. I think they can still glow up without having to change the whole concept, because their community, it might be toxic, very, very toxic, but they like that game. They be on that game 24/7, and I think they're gonna like it.
You know what? Don't you guys think that like? Wait, did you want to go on?
Oh no, go, you can say what you want to say first. I'll comment after.
Alright. this is what I was gonna do. Yeah, I feel like, don't you think that that like Roblox needs this though? Like, don't you think it needs more like new ideas? Because I feel like, as we said last time with the copies and stuff, I just keep seeing the same things. You know what I'm saying? I just keep seeing the same concepts, the same ideas. Yeah, like I feel like what really, pushed Roblox was the creativity that you could do on a platform. Yeah. And if people are just making copies and just making like similar concepts on each game, I feel like we need some variety. We need some difference. It will influence more innovation and like better ideas to come out. And that's what I feel like Roblox as like a platform as a whole needs right now, because it's not doing the best.
The thing about that, like, if I could add on to your point there, the fact is that most of these original concept games, like for example, you'll see games like new games, alright? Like that one got a high school game. It was okay, alright? But like the thing is, all of these new original concept games have a bad tendency of always becoming CC. Like, if you make your game CC, but it's an original concept, it's bound to fail. You wanna know why? You will never get that much exposure off of an original concept CC game. If you want an original concept game to pop off, you require exposure. Like, even if you get YouTubers to do it, if it's still CC, you are never going to get that same fan base. Like, that's what I like about Shinobi Life, alright? For Shinobi Life, or Shindo, as it's called right now, they have two options. There's a public game where everyone can play, and a CC. If you really want to get down with the game. If most of these new original concept games were to do that, I swear to God, they're on the front page right now above, not above Adopt.Me, but they'd be on the front page next to All-Star Tower Defense. It's just the fact that they're stingy enough to go CC.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with you.
This is one of the problems with Roblox. Nowadays, people can't make the games they want to make because not everyone wants to play them. Everyone just wants to play them simple simulator type games. This is the problem, and this is what we need to break on Roblox. Yeah.
I get what you're trying to say, but Roblox is mainly like they have games mainly for kids. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to get into like a good game, like Shinobi Life or like whatever that game called, I forgot what it's called. Clover was not a good game, but if you want to get into those games, you gotta like, I don't know, man. It's mainly for kids.
Are we saying that the audience for Roblox is the majority of the audience is kids?
Yeah.
Or like the demographics are for Roblox? Do you think it's mostly kids and maybe a small percentage of people that are active on the platform are mature or like older? What do you guys think?
I feel like they're probably older.
I think that most of the people on Roblox are kids, not gonna lie. Like,
yeah,
Roblox is made mostly for like ages 13 and under, but there is a section of Roblox that is mature, like the mature fan base who play these like type of games that are more advanced. But because there aren't enough of us, that's why they were not getting as much exposure as the games like Adopt.Me or yeah.
You know what though? Like I feel like this is a recurring theme with each kind of game that's been around for a long time. Like Roblox has been around for a long time, no? It's been around for ages.
Yeah.
And a lot of us coming here, we're coming from a long time ago. Like we probably started playing the game for like around like 2007 to like 2011, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the same with like Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? In a way, because with Nintendo, right, you got like old people playing from like the 1990s, or you know what I'm saying, around that era, and they come in, they see the franchise grow, and then they're catering it to the kids now. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I feel like it was always catered to the kids, because you got like the 13 plus thing, and you got the, you know what I'm saying, the little, like you can't swear nothing, like you can't. It's a very innocent audience, and that's always been the case. That's never changed.
Mm-hmm.
And with Nintendo, that's the same thing. Nintendo, that's the same. Yeah, go on.
That's why you see games like Adopt.Me on the front page and stuff, because like it's majorly for little kids. Like you rarely see like a game like Shinobi Life go on front page, because that's for like older type kids or like kids that watch anime and stuff like that. You
But
rarely see that.
I
Yeah.
mean, they did end up making the front page, and that's what possibly blew them up to the point that they got copyrighted. So
Yeah, but like as I was
But
saying,
if you
yeah, go
go
on.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Nah, cool. As I was saying, like don't you guys think that like as like with Nintendo, I don't know how they managed to do this, right? But they've managed to kind of stay relevant to the old and young audience. So they're bringing in
That's
new
yeah.
fans, but they're still keeping the old fans. Roblox right now, I see what's happening is that like people are being forced to make CC games, because like that's what like the older audience enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing of Roblox now. Like, if they don't cater to the kids, it's like there's no games for the older people on the platform to play. Like, we're just forced to play these kids games. But I feel like that's like you said. I think that's why there's just CC games now for like kind of catering to the older kids. You know what I mean? For us to play. But
Yeah.
why does it have to be this way though? Like, why can't Roblox just do like two types, like for the older kids and for the younger kids as well? You know what I
It's
mean? There's
easy,
no games for
bro.
us.
They've been doing this for the
Yeah,
longest time. It's easy for them, and they still get money off it. They get hella money off it, off like naive children, bro. They get hella money off it.
Yeah.
And I feel like
That's the
real
sad
games are
thing.
victims to this as well. Because with Shinobi Life 2, I'm not gonna lie, when the game did drop, I played it for a bit and then I got bored of it like in the first week.
yeah.
Because it felt like I'm playing some kind of kids game. And I feel like these guys are like victims of this themselves, where they don't really target the older audience anymore. It's kind of like the younger audience now, like the kids.
Mm.
Because that's the demographic. That's the demographic of the platform. So
And it,
in order for us to receive more adult, more mature games, we need to have more adults, more mature people on the platform to begin with. So I don't know
That's
if
exactly
separating the platform into the more adult section and then the kids section would actually help Roblox in any way. I'm not sure that would.
I think it would, because like if you look at what's popular right now, all you see is like Adopt Me, Word High, and all these
But
kid games and stuff.
but
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
although, do you know what they're saying about Roblox? If you go on like major social media like Twitter, they clown people that play Roblox. Like they look down on a platform
Yeah.
in its totality as if it's inferior. And they say that people that play Roblox are kids or they're immature. So that's the impression that they already have about people that use Roblox as a platform.
I don't know about that.
But if
Do a lot of PR and do a lot of and do a lot to change that image of itself.
Yeah,
like that's
true.
one of the reasons why I liked it when I saw Blood Samurai like on trending. Don't get me wrong, Blood Samurai is not in any way a kid-friendly game, but the fact that a game like that could even get on trending, I was proud of that, because like it shows development and growth in the community. But then at the same time, like so don't get me wrong, Blood Samurai, good game, but the fact that there's still games that like have barely an ounce of work. Like, I'm not trying to shit on any games, but like if you go on like you're gonna see Adopt Me, Royal High, okay, those are decently scripted games, and then you go a little further into the list, Bubblegum Simulator, Weightlift Simulator, Running Simulator. I don't understand what's appealing about simulators, but the fact is, games will not need to have a single ounce of sweat and tears or like any of that shit to make a good game. It just needs to have simulator and a top. Bro, I swear to God, one of these days there's gonna be eating chips simulator, and it's still gonna be on the front page.
Oh, listen, man. I can relate to that a lot. Let's say there is a new simulator is made, right? If someone like a big Roblox YouTuber like Flamingo, let's say, what is it, post on his channel, says, oh, cool new simulator, blah blah blah, check out. All the little kids would hop on their devices, right, and play that game.
Yeah.
And they don't care about no work ethic, because these are kids from 7 to 11. You know what I'm saying? These kids don't care. You know, like once they see a popular YouTuber play a simulator, they are hooked, and that simulator is gonna get 20 to 30k players for what? You know what I'm saying? For a game that was made in 1 to 2 hours, right? I also have a little brother, right? And let's say he watches was it just randomly watches a Roblox YouTuber, right? My brother would ask for a phone, and he would start playing simulators just like that. So that's where you have to kind of take the comparison.
It's sad reality, dude, though. Not gonna lie. Like, you got really good underground games. Criminality, for example, really good game. I know it's paid access, but if that were to ever to become full access, it's probably get on trending in the first hour, and then it died down. It's kind of sad.
Just to stop you there, guys. What do you call it? Thing Wakeless Cafe said that he wanted us to give our thoughts on My Hero Academia games.
I want to go on this one. So My Hero Academia games, I really don't like them because it's really, I don't know. I just don't like My Hero Academia games because it's too simple for me, and I feel like they need to make it a little bit harder. Like Wish Stereo, I like that game. It's a Demon Slayer game. That game actually you have to actually grind at that game.
Well, I think the problem with My Hero games is the same problem that with the Naruto games. It's oversaturation of it's just recycled content at this point for these type of games. We keep focusing on the same anime, Naruto, One Piece, My Hero. There's nobody wants to branch out into other anime. Nobody wants to make a unique game anymore. It's always the same. It's the same thing that makes they want to make the game that makes the most money and that appeals to audiences that are already there, fan bases that are already present in Roblox, which is there's a high Naruto fan base, is a high One Piece fan base, or a large fan base.
That's what I was talking about. Shindo Life, Shindo Life. They should have made it could have made something else. So I don't know why they just copied off of the game and just changed something else. Because they could have actually made that big. They made it their own, not just a copy of Naruto without the copyright.
Well, to add to the My Hero games, in my opinion, I feel like they keep on falling into the same trap where it's just a spinning simulator. Everyone's just there to spin for the biggest quirk. Like, there's not really much to the game. What you're doing is just fighting mobs and just spinning for quirks and just testing out the new quirks. Like, the game is almost pointless. Like, once you get to max stats, what are you really doing with your time? You're not doing anything.
Ooh, my guys, Young DSAP from Block 9 donated $1.
Thank you for the
Thank you
donation.
for the donation, bro.
Thanks for the donation. Thanks.
Thank you for the. He said you man sound like you just skill issues. Not gonna lie, love the grind. Don't forget to buy them plot grenades. Respect for the shout out, bro. Respect for the shout out.
My guy, you
Respect,
know.
man. Thank you,
I
bro.
love that.
Thanks for the donation.
Thanks for the donation.
Hey,
Thank you.
adding to what
Aster, I wanted
Vexus
to add
was
on to
saying.
your point.
Yeah, Keo, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to add on to your point. And then when they do original content games, it's only when certain enemies are popping off at the time. So, for example, Gata High School. When Gata High School was coming out and airing, God's Legacy came out. The second Gata High School went off, God's Legacy shut down. Right now, there's a game called Jujutsu Kaisen Online. I'm telling you right now, when the season for Jujutsu Kaisen ends, you will not see that game again. It will be down. Nothing would have happened.
So the incentive is.
Yeah.
No, all I was gonna say was that so their incentive is basically to use the popularity to make money.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the incentive for developing games now.
That's what I'm saying as well.
If there's gonna be a new anime that comes out and it's fighting based, there is going to be a game that comes out based off that anime in the next week.
It's so repetitive, bro.
Exactly.
I have a question. You know Grand Peace Online, right?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna talk trash about it. So there's another Grand Peace game that got way more people playing it. Like 16K people playing it. I played it. Honestly, it's not that good. I don't know why they playing it. It's called Lucky forgot what it's called. Let me see what it's called.
You talking about Blox Fruits?
Yes, Blox Fruits.
The thing
That
about
game-
Blox Fruits is the game itself isn't fun, but the content that they have, like Blox Fruits, has an abundance of content. It's just not
Appealing.
It's not appealing. Yeah.
Like I got on the game because I seen it have more people playing it than Grand Peace, and I stopped like 5 minutes later. Just stopped playing it because it was that boring.
But back to the My Hero though. There is one game that has promise, which is Heroes Ultimatum, and fortunately, I was able to test it, and it seems like it's made a good for the progress that's already there. It seems like it has a lot of potential to do really well on Roblox. We just have to wait and see what. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say we got an actual tester inside this VC right now. X-Ray Z. Got anything to say?
Hello. So
Ray, do you want to comment on that and speak about the game?
Yeah. So with Heroes Ultimatum, I feel really drawn towards this game because I feel like it's gonna be something different from these My Hero Academia games, or follow the same tropes as the My Hero games, where it's the spinning simulator and you spin for the strongest quirk to win. Because the thing about this game is that you can have any quirk in the game and you can still be good like at the game. You don't have to have, let's say, the main character's quirk to specifically beat people who, like, you know, yeah, but you get what I mean. But so basically that's what I'm saying. So this game is gonna be good.
I have a question though, Ray. Is that I have a question, Ray. Is that game gonna be like skill based, or is it gonna be skill based, right?
Yeah, the game is skill based. So if you're not good at like fighting games in general, I suggest that you play the game. If you don't like games where you have to work for your stuff in game, then don't play the game. But yeah,
that's one reason why I like Heroes Ultimatum too. Let's say you get a quirk that you really don't want. There are other skill trees to go past. They got agility and strength. It's not your average My Hero game where it's just, oh, if your quirk isn't good, pay 50 Robux to respin it. Now, if your quirk isn't good and you don't have Robux, you can easily just go on another skill tree. There's strength and there's agility. And from what I've heard in the people that were testing, agility was fucking busted. So, like, there's still an alternative. If you don't have a good quirk, you can always go a different skill tree.
Heroes Ultimatum as well. The game is also like visually appealing. All the quirks and the quirk moves, they look good as well. They're not all just AoE moves, big AoE moves that we tend to generally see on Roblox. Like, they all have been thought about before. The movesets have been thought about before they've been put into the game. That's something I like as well. Like, you can tell that.
No, go continue. I'll continue after you finish.
You can tell that the devs and the owner of the game really care about the game that they're bringing out, and they're thinking about the game in the future as well. Like, I know that they have they planned missions and stuff for like after release, so that players don't get bored. I won't give too much information on that, but yeah.
About that as well, one of the main reasons why I think this game is going somewhere, the developers and the owner himself always ask constantly in announcements when they are thinking about adding a new item or a new like tool. They ping at everyone saying, hey guys, we're thinking about adding something new, give us an idea and add suggestions. And then you have some mods and suggestions replying to other people's like ideas saying, well, think about it, or this could work, but you need to tweak this and this and that shit. Like, it's a really strong community.
Alright.
So you're saying that they basically open up and listen to the community and what they have to say. Yeah. But I feel like that's for now. The thing is with that, yeah, it might occur now, but as the game gradually gets bigger and like more clouded, I feel like that may change, because obviously they can't listen to everyone's opinions. You know what I mean? But I get that. Okay, I kind of agree with that now, but maybe it might change. That's the thing. Hopefully it doesn't, but in the future it might change if the community gets bigger.
That's exactly what happened with Shinobi Life though. Like, back then when they had like what was it, SL1, the first one, the community, I feel like it wasn't that toxic, I'll say. But now they just weird and gay and say a whole bunch of gay stuff.
But Odo, one thing you have to realize is that as you grow up, you become less naive to things. Maybe it was less toxic, but you weren't. Maybe it was less toxic, but it could also be the fact that you just didn't see the toxicness.
Maybe.
No.
Alright, but like, anyone got a new idea to suggest? Like, anything else to add on?
To the My Hero.
I think we've covered My Hero.
Astanoid was gonna say something earlier, but
All I was gonna add was that I like the NPCs that are really challenging in this game. Like, it's not some kind of pushover. They're not pushovers in this game. Like, you really have to be really skilled in combat to even fight the NPCs. Even the missions too are really difficult. And I like that. I like that they're more challenging. You know.
Wait,
I also like the systems that they have in place for villains becoming a pro villain and a hero as well. They have like heists and like exams that you have to pass. Yes, so I think that's pretty.
There's more complexity in these factions, you know. So that's another enticing part of this game.
I have a question.
What's it called? Yeah, sorry.
Y'all think that game's gonna blow up like SO2?
No, I don't.
And yeah, I just wanted to say one thing. Joe Tate is a hunter dev, and you know he's happy that we're talking about the game. No worries, bro.
Yeah, no problem, bro. No worries, bro. We got EG. We got you, bro.
Shout out Joe Tate from the Heroes Ultimatum dev team.
Yeah, all the hard work that you put into the game, really appreciate it.
Not gonna lie, I was watching a YouTuber's video.
Oh yeah, and Wakeless. Yeah, go on.
I was watching a YouTuber's video about him reacting to that game. He was fighting when he was like, he found an NPC, right? But the dialogue from the NPC felt so much like an actual player, he mistook it as one until he killed it. And then he was like, oh shit, that was the player? Because like the NPC was running, saying, someone help, please. Like an actual player. The NPCs give you a player vibe. You will not know if it's an NPC or not in a real server until you actually like take the time to distinguish. But like their custom dialogue, I'm pretty sure for bullies, they like say some weird shit like, ooh, I think I'm gonna teabag this kid. I don't know the exact dialogue. It's some weird shit, but like it's realistic.
So this feels more mature in every sense, pretty much. Like the combat's more mature, the NPCs are feel more challenging, and even the dialogue for the NPCs are even more mature too. So it just brings a new style to Roblox games in general.
I mean, to be honest, right? Hero Ultimatum, right? I'm pretty sure that's what you guys are talking about, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So I feel like Hero Ultimatum, right? I feel like it cannot reach Shinobi level T hype. And the dev of Hero Ultimatum, his name is Colossal, right? I've known this guy for a year. But when it comes to games, bro, when he releases it out to the test the public, he loses a lot of motivation. And when I'm not saying this is for all devs, right? When it comes to games in general, right, devs lose a lot of motivation if money's not included, if this is not included. They don't really like to make a game just for the purpose of people enjoying it. For example, Shindo. I'm not sure what happened with me to Shindo, right? Me to Shindo, whatever it was called. I'm not sure with what happened with Shindo, but it ended up closing down. And the fact that it closed down, you can see that sort of anime games are taking that sort of kind of path. So Heroes Ultimatum, right? I can compare this to Avatar Legacy. I played Avatar Legacy. This was a 13-year-old game, and he ended up quitting. He ended up talking to them, right? And he wasn't interested anymore. So I just hope that with Hero Ultimatum, he decides to take a further step with this. But I don't feel like it's gonna reach any Shinobi life to have.
LOL. Does anyone want to say anything?
I was gonna say that was kind of depressing, but like what you're saying is true, bro. Like, bro. I hope that doesn't happen because like the game itself looks really good right now. If he does give up, I hope he gives up after the game's been released to the public, so at least we got a chance of experiencing and evaluating the game itself. Hopefully, it won't get closed.
Yeah, I think only time will tell if we.
That is what Turtle did the last time. He ended up closing. He ended up opening the game. the public up that he was finished with Avatar everything. And sadly, when he did that, they stole the map anyway. I'm not sure somebody else that.
Yikes.
So I'm not sure if he's gonna probably do that again. But it's not me. It's not me trying to come off as personal. I'm trying to come off as like, oh, I don't want this thing to succeed, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to bring reality to this. You know what I'm saying? Anime games on Roblox are decreasing, or they are decreasing. The games that actually end up coming out.
Ayo,
So I hope. Yeah, carry on.
I was I think I was just gonna say that Zerfix said like, why do we think it's gonna be dropped?
I don't think it's gonna be dropped, but with Turtles past games, he just loses a lot of motivation and he ends up dropping the game. That is Turtle. There's nothing else to say about it. He does end up losing motivation and he carries on to do another bot project. That is him. He's made about 5 games that he has released, but actually 2 out of the 5 released, but he just ended up playing them. Like I can't do much. I'm just telling you from my perspective.
Hey, but like moving on from the topic of games that usually are hyped up but then always canceled, let's start talking about like these new games that are coming up in anticipation. All right, Hunter x Hunter Ultimate Finale. You guys know that game, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I know Hunter x Hunter.
I can talk on this one as well. I mean, you can carry on. Like personally, right, Hunter x Hunter.
It looks really hard right now.
I feel like Finale. I feel like it could go up. I feel like it could go up. The concepts are nice. The combat is nice. Vedin, the creator of the game,
He's
really
very
good there as
skilled.
well. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. He won't lose motivation, and I feel like he could carry on this game to bigger projects, bigger
Just to add on
stages.
to that. Wait, no, it's back still.
Carry on.
Yeah, I was just to add on to that. Wakeless Cakes said, I think he means when. But like even if he meant that or not, I would like to talk about like, when do you think this game would be dropped?
Oh yeah.
Like what you were just talking about.
That's
Oh,
the
you
thing
mean
though.
Hunter x Hunter Ultimate?
Huh?
Like I was gonna say like the Vedin, the owner of Hunter x Hunter Ultimate Finale, like he's a good dev and all, but they always come up. Well, not come up, but like he himself said he's bad at choosing release dates, and he's like sorry for leading us on because in the beginning he said like a long time ago, I think a few months ago, he said it was gonna drop September, then he said it was gonna drop October, and then he released a video saying that I honestly don't know when the game is gonna drop. But I promise you guys, when it drops, I will tell you. So there's no confirmed release date yet. But like, from what I'm saying, man, it looks pretty done. I hope he does another stress test soon. But like, there is no confirmed release date yet.
Yeah. I feel like with the whole Heroes Ultimatum thing, we have to save that for another stream.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
we could cover that. Yeah, we could cover that in another separate stream, maybe another episode. But for now, I think we should go onto another suggestion, talking about, was it Omega? I think he's talking about Naruto Omega.
Right. I can talk about Naruto Omega as well. I'm not the only one that played it. Right? It was me, Ray, and So Naruto Omega, right? I don't know how to.
The game doesn't feel the same.
Right
it
now,
doesn't feel the same.
So the remake of the game, right? I was talking to Kid before all of this happened with now, right? I won't say much, but we did push Code to please like release the game, and he said until he felt ready. People were violating and roasting him, that they were so mad that he dropped the last game, right? And so he ended up releasing the new game. And then I remembered, right? Because I hopped into the game yesterday, and I felt like so down. I was like, bro, where's the community? Where are the people that I played with? They're like, or talks is from 24/7, amazing, bro. I was mad about it, but that's what made me to Omega. So now that that's all gone, I feel like Naruto Omega is not the same game anymore. And I know for a fact that Naruto Omega won't last either.
Like the game right now, the actual game itself, it's not bad. It's just the fact that the community right now, it does not feel the same. Like I usually every time. So last night I hopped on as well. I ranked up last night. I ranked up today in the morning. But like, here's the thing though, the game itself does not feel fun. Like the thing, it ran out. It's Naruto Omega. Don't get me wrong. The game itself, no problems. It's just the fact that I remember back in like early, late spring, early summer, when the game was like before they shut it down. Every time you would hop on, instant like there would be constantly 40 players. If you check the Discord chat, you would see several people typing. Like that is how active the game was. And the fact that you could always hop on knowing who would be on just made it funner. You would know who to target, who you're friends with, who to fight, who you like messing with. Like the game itself felt more like a family, a community that you could all get behind. But like right now, game is kind of dead. Like when you run
Yeah.
queues, like back in the day, you would run queues, 0 queues available. You would have to wait for a queue to open up. Right now, if you go in game, there's gonna be 5 queues.
I feel,
Like you will
I
go
feel like Naruto Omega is a good idea, yeah, but I feel like it's an idea that's had by many people. Like, cool, Naruto Omega is as a copy that has multiple like copies in one, but I'm pretty sure there's most people that have had the same idea of merging more than one copy together. And the thing is, the fact that it's a copy really turns me off because I played so many NSO type games, NSO type copies, and I've got to the point where I've just fed up of playing the same game. It's so repetitive, like every single day playing the exact same game, just for
Can I
there
add
not
on to that?
to get the same experience.
Right. So
I
what
don't
I'm
have
gonna
to
say there,
dislike.
right, just the kind of counter you is I feel like Naruto Mega, right, and is energy is basically energy with some here and there and necessary things like map and maybe like 2 to 3 climbing. A lot of things do not come from NSA. In fact, they come from NLT or they were rescripted. I'm not sure what happened, but apparently there is a video, right, Infinity posted. Was NO2 stolen, blah blah blah. Fiery apparently, he was able to go back into Slink's old games and steal all of the NO2 assets, right? And that is possibly what he's using now. I'm not in any allegations, right? I'm just saying with that community, right? You need a community for a game. I'm not even gonna lie, you need a community for a game. And what one person said before, like Blackstar, he said NXT wasn't even a fun game. But because the community was so intact to the point that they would come into the game, right, and start role playing, it made the game fun. The fact that there isn't a good, stable community right now for Naruto and Mega, with people that aren't ready for a hardcore game to the point that you would walk out of your village and get jumped by 5 people, I do not feel like Naruto and Mega could succeed. Plus, adding on to what D1 slash Voltage said, um, NSO copies, they ran me down from Naruto games so much to the point I didn't even want to touch one again. So it's like, bro, why should I play another so and so NSO copy when I've played 15 of them over and over again? That's what I got to say.
But adding on to what Spike said, hopefully the game is gonna revive because like I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this or anything, but like apparently he's gonna start doing Rex tomorrow and possibly a wipe event. So I hope that revives the game again because like there are gonna be new people, new clans. People might just like wipe, max ranks might wipe to get that same feeling out of the game again. But honestly, man, if the wipe event tomorrow and recommendations don't work, I don't see the game
Yeah,
coming back.
that I agree with what Kurt said as well.
Yeah, so Cole, yeah, he is a recommendation. I think it's pretty obvious now. And I feel like the game isn't as hyped. I remember what would happen is people were so eager to get into the old Omega that people would start counting. I know someone that counted up to 2,400 just to get into the game, and he still didn't get in. People were hyped. The community was there.
Wasn't that
And
Oda?
if these recommendations and this next wave doesn't work, I don't feel like Naruto will last.
Bro, let me just give like everyone here in the VC and the stream like acknowledgement of how big of a deal. Well, I'm gonna say Battle Tennessee because it wasn't Naruto Omega at the time, but like how big of a deal the game was. So there's this dude. I'm not sure if you know him. Like if you were in the community, you know him. Odog the G. All right, this dude would release 20-minute videos every fucking hour of him doing something to get into the game. Shooting 20 straight 3-pointers to get into battle tendency. Running 5 laps around my neighborhood in the rain to get into battle tendency. Crying on my Instagram live to get into battle tendency. This dude was doing so much shit to get into the game. He eventually did, but the fact that it took him that long to get into the game just showed the standards that it takes to get into these CC games. Again, man, like CC games are good, but if it's to the point where it takes that much to get into it, I don't see a reason to play it.
You almost need YouTube clout to get into it. Either you need to know the developers personally, or you need YouTube clout.
Or be one of the lucky randoms that just get accepted, so you can't be said, "Oh, bias owner." Like you're just one of the random people that are like, "This guy looks okay. I'm gonna accept." Without recommendations, without no.
Oh, wait.
Alright. So today I'm gonna try and wrap up the stream. It has gone on for a while.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie, and we have covered a lot of topics today. Yeah, we covered Shinobi, Live 2, the remake, Naruto Omega, and anime games in general. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I'm just a guest here, but I have really supported him, and I'm really happy that I made an appearance this one time. So yeah, I'm here to wrap up the stream, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Next episode they should cover Hero Ultimatum.
Thank you, Lord.
More in-depth games. So yeah, thank you.
Nah, but I just want to also say thank you, Lord, for all the support.
See ya.
Yeah, but thank you, Lord, for all the support.
Before we end here, before we end, make sure to subscribe to Podglare. Make sure to subscribe to Voltage. Make sure.
Actually, you know what? Do you guys have time for one more topic? One more topic.
And also,
wait, hold on. The Drizzy guy. No, because the Drizzy guy wants what do you call it, to just quickly talk about Heroes Legacy.
We're not gonna.
I think we can cover that in Heroes. We can cover that.
Oh, and the Weekless Cafe 30. Thank you for the subscribe.
I think we can cover Heroes Legacy in the next video when we talk about Heroes Ultimate.
Say nothing.
All I'm gonna say about Heroes Legacy is I did enjoy the game.
Guest appearance as well.
Thank you for the subscribe.
This is my guest appearance.
Thank you for coming on the stream today. We appreciate you. Odell, thank you. Everyone who's inside, who's watching the podcast currently, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to Podx Glare, Vexus Spark,
X-Ray,
X-Ray. Man, my bad. Anyways,
and Odell 131.
Yeah, I got you. But I really enjoyed the stream, and I hope you guys did too. Thanks for the support.
Man, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for the donation and subscriptions.